Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about Chiron in the 5th house in a natal horoscope. As most of you know, Chiron is associated with what we generally will emphasize or accentuate in others, but we often have difficulty in helping ourselves in this particular area of our lives. Chiron is seen as an asteroid. Some people look at it as a planetoid or a comet. Its significance is such where it's kind of like a generational planet. It traverses a sign on average between 4 to 5 years, some longer, some maybe a little bit less. And it's just something that is more significant as far as the house placement as opposed to the sign that it's in. So anyway, let me get started. The first thing is with Chiron in the 5th house. This could be a person that has had some number of romantic experiences that maybe were to their detriment. This person may have difficulty as far as, I guess you could say, fun, amusement, enjoyment. They may maybe somehow prohibit themselves, at least on a subconscious level, from going out in more as opposed to the average person and doing enjoyable things such as going to arcade or amusement park, as some examples. Now this could be somebody that might feel that maybe they lack some creative prowess or ability, or they're somehow feel inhibited in expressing it. Maybe they've been told by people that they don't have the creativity maybe that they should have. This could be somewhat, this is a placement where maybe the parents to some degree might have prohibited this person from having the fun and amusement that they really liked maybe as a child. This could be somebody that maybe has difficulty in showing that whimsical, capricious side of them, that childlike quality. Maybe there's difficulty in expressing that. This could be a person that has had difficulty in connection with gambling and speculation. On the other side of the coin, this person may be very good at perhaps advising other people on things connected with gambling and speculation, such as sports, games, or investments, for example, telling people what stocks maybe are good and which ones aren't. And they could be actually very proficient at this, but they're not always good in terms of doing this for themselves. They might encourage their other people as far as having good, I guess you could say, as far as their children go, always having good rapport with them, but at the same time this person might have difficulty in terms of the compatibility with their children. And in some isolated cases, especially I would say if Chiron receives predominantly negative aspects, this could be somebody that may not have children or has had difficulty in terms of the compatibility with one or more of their children. It could even be problems with the children, maybe even in their neighborhood, I would say, perhaps, because it is children is what the 5th house is about. They may encourage others strongly as far as having good romantic, I guess you could say, experiences, and encouraging others to strive for compatibility with romantic partners. Now, this could be a person, depending on, I guess I want to say, is the sign plays a role along with the house placement. Now, the house placement is more significant, in my opinion, as far as the Chiron placement goes, because, as I stated before, Chiron traverses a sign on average between 4 to 5 years. But it still can flavor the house to some degree. Now, let's say that let's say somebody has a Chiron in Taurus and it was in the 5th house. This could be somebody that has maybe the difficulty in showing perhaps the persistent, I guess you could say, qualities connected with having their fun and their amusement and experiences with their children, they may lack some kind of stability and consistency with these matters. Now, let's take another sign with this, and let's say let's say Chiron is in Capricorn, a serious sign in the 5th house. Well, people that have Chiron in the 5th house by themselves may have difficulty in expressing the fun-loving side, and may be kind of stern and serious in these matters connected with fun and amusement. Now, if Chiron is in Capricorn, that's almost a double whammy, because this is a person that may have to attempt to show difficulty in showing that serious, maybe that serious attention that is connected with their fun, I guess you could say, fun and amusement and enjoyment. So this is somebody that would actually maybe have difficulty in showing that whimsical side and maybe of themselves, but at the same time may have difficulty in showing serious attention to these matters that are in the that are connected with the 5th house. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for Chiron in the 5th house in a natal horoscope. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be talking about Chiron in the 6th house in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because a person astrologically is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.